Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky and I am here to do a 12 by 12 layout. This is going to be my remake of Autumn Pup. You can see Autumn Pup right up there in the left-hand photo of your screen. That's my sweet, cute little Bailey Boo. Okay, we are going to start by using some Close to My Heart papers. These are from the January-February Mix in Paper Pack. They are still available if you want to hop over to Close to My Heart and get you some. My link is down below. So I'm going to go ahead and start by trimming up my photos. I am going to be using this paper as my background. It is a white paper and it has some pink stripes on them. I am just going to make my photos a little bit smaller. In the original, I used square photos, but the photos I chose for this one, I could not get them square because there's just too much in them. In fact, I ended up ruining one of them when I did my final splatters. In fact, I kind of almost ended up ruining the layout. We'll see. You guys will see it. Anyways, I got some splatters on the photo. It won't come up. Might have to reprint those. I'm going to go ahead and map my photos right here on this piece that has some orange flowers on it. This is also a Close to My Heart piece. Now, that other piece I'm going to use to pull in all the colors. I think that is a Chamel paper, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I am going to be using that to draw in a lot of the different colors that I'm going to be using. Go ahead and get this trimmed up and move on. I usually don't keep this much of the trimming around the photos in, and this is why. Don't have too much to say about it. I'm trimming up the borders of my photo, pretty much. That's it. Okay, so this is the paper I'm using to pull in some other colors. I'm going to go ahead and sit my photo on there. You can see in the original, there's this little strip at the top. I was kind of going by that little strip at the top where the photo was hanging over the edge. That's how I was originally going to end up doing it, but I don't end up doing that. I ended up keeping it with almost the same amount all the way around, except for the bottom. It hangs over the bottom, and I am going to be sticking this piece right here. This is another Close to My Heart piece, but I'm going to go ahead and stick that underneath there to fill in that whole border area. I do cut that into a banner shape. Look at that paper right there. How gorgeous is that? That is also from the Mix in Paper Pad, Paper Pack from Close to My Heart. I did not get to use it on this one, but hopefully I will be able to get that one used here pretty soon because it is a fabulous paper. I am going to go ahead and cut a strip off of this main paper. It's the Chamel paper to put up at the top, and that paper that I used as the border or the banner strip underneath the photo, I'm going to use that as well. Do you guys remember in one of my videos I pulled out these little decorative cutting scissors? I am going to use those again on this strip up at the top. Now, they cut scallops, but I made it cut scallops but in the opposite direction. Does that make sense? Instead of them bumping down, I have them bumping upwards or bumping inwards. I'm just going to go ahead and layer up those two pieces here. Now, when I did that original one, remember in the voiceover I said I did not like how I had pulled in that vellum and it didn't touch that frame. See that big space in between on that original one? On this one, I did 2 strips of paper instead of vellum. I used paper, and I'm going all the way across on both of those. I am actually going to stick so close to it as far as the top goes, I even pull in a frame. Now, we are almost to the embellishment part, and when we get there, I'm just going to use a hodgepodge of things. You can see I have this chipboard piece. I think that was out of a chipboard pack that is a basic gray chipboard piece, and I believe this, well, actually, I know this picture frame's from the same pack, but I think that is a basic gray. I don't know that that matters to you guys. Here, I thought I was going to be able to use some of this acetate, and looking back, it doesn't look that bad. I could have kept it there, but they were bubbles, and they didn't really make sense to me. But that would have been a really kind of a cool way to get some of those acetate pieces used up. That's like my kryptonite. Acetate is so hard for me to use. I will pull a sticker out of here. I'm going to go ahead and take the sticky off the back, and I'm using one of those anti-static pouches. They're kind of like those, well, they're not really kind of like those EK Success powder tools that powder in them, and same with this anti-static pouch. There's powder in it, so it takes the sticky right off the back. When I got one of those EK Success powder tools. I still have one. It's around here somewhere. Mine never worked. And I've heard, I think maybe it was Janet that said hers didn't work. And she said she contacted the company and they replaced it or whatever. I didn't go that far. I'm kind of lazy in a lot of ways. And if I buy something that's like, you know, $3 or $4 is broken, usually I'll just trash it instead of taking the time to go back and replace it. And it's only because, you know, that takes time, and time is money. So there you go. This anti-static pouch has worked really good for me to take the sticky off. So that's where that long story was going. I am going to take that sticker and I will put that frame on the sticker, but I'm going to let the words of the sticker kind of hang out to the side. It says, let's record this. And I do leave just the smallest space inside that frame. I'm going to tuck it under the photo mat, and I will leave just the smallest bit in there that you can write some journaling on if you wanted to. This is a layout that I'm not keeping. This is going to be going to Tiffany. If she wants it, she might think that it's way too ruined. I probably am not going to re-scrap it. But she might be able to fix the areas that I messed up on. So we'll see. This right here is another frame, and it is from, it's just a paper frame. It is from Vicky Booten. I did cut that in half. I'm going to put this piece on this side. So I got myself a little bit of teal in there. It's the same as that teal that's coming up on the top, that's up at the top of that, Chamel paper. And the other piece I'm going to stick right over here to kind of ground that circle a little bit. Now you're going to see I do pull in these two other circles. When I was doing this layout, it was for a challenge, and it was a circle challenge. And you had to use one big circle and two small circles. So the big circle I used is going to be right there, the most amazing day ever. And that is actually, I'm keeping as my title. I'm saying that's my title. I don't put any thickers or anything on here. But then I will add this circle up at the top, and I'll layer this Love This sticker on top of it. And I do tuck in a circle down there at the bottom underneath that picture frame. I know when I pulled the circles out, it's like, well, it's kind of, I didn't know where to stick the other circles. So I just kind of tucked it under that photo frame down there at the bottom. Yeah, it's kind of like, what's that doing there? And I still kind of feel that way when I look at it, but you know what? It's okay. I do thread this tag with some crochet thread, and I'm going to use some art glitter glue to get it to lay down in this little hook shape that I wanted it to have. Right, like that. Okay, so here I do pull out some wood veneer hearts, and I pulled out this sapphire close to my heart ink. What I'm going to dip my hearts. I'm having an adult beverage there. I'm going to dip my hearts in this sapphire ink, and so I put you know, latex glove on so I wouldn't get my fingers really gross. This ink is super juicy. You can see all the marks that were starting to on that piece of paper, on that cardboard piece that I was using to lay those down. And that is exactly how I end up messing up this layout. You can't see it now, but in the final photos, you'll see this big old smudge. In fact, actually, I already did the layout share for my January layouts, and this is one that I actually did in January. And it was messed up in that share too. I don't know how I ended up doing it, but you know, it happens. Here I just go ahead and smush my top of my ink pad into the ink and add a little bit of water to it, and I'm going to get some little fine splatters going on around the page. This is where I mess up the photo. Poor little Bentley. This is Avery and Bentley, some Tiffany's friends, kids, and I got some paint on his little face. So yeah, probably need to reprint that. We'll see. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.